Clearly, Foucault's discourse is against the traditional human sciences, which are shaped by Kantian philosophy. Foucault not only bestows on these epochs, but also demonstrates for the first time that the humanitarian ideas of enlightenment created a double movement of liberation and enslavement into the societal strata, particularly a deeper meaning in accord with the changing constellations of reason and madness.
The basic idea that we normally think is that hospital, institution, care for health, any such type, begins with a good intention. That is to help, to cure, and to take care of human beings. The traditional view of this subject matter is that we celebrate that in our modern time, we establish the hospital, mental institution, and other similar organizations. But the question is that after we establish those institutions, as a result, are those institutions serving the purpose to cure or to care the patients or to care the so-called ill human beings? Automatically think, of course that's what it would. You can't question hospitals. They have the only legitimacy and the only authority to tell you what you need to hear and what you need to do. Foucault's essential approach is that maybe after we established all those institutions and organizations, it's not really serving the purpose as we expected. In fact, those institutions and organizations become a form of controlling. It serves more on the side to control the society and its members, less than to care or to cure the ill members. And that's what Foucault's the whole point. You can't really see here Habermas, what he thinks about that. But from Foucault's own view, he's highly critical about these things. And I don't think he really agrees that a hospital is only doing good things for us. The doctors and the patients' relationship becomes something else. It's not that in the traditional view, you have a healer and then you have an ill person. In our modern time, it's not that simple. The question here is, again, if we want to deal with any of those issues here, first of all, we have to give us a statement that which side we are or at what stance we are. For instance, what is madness? What is reason? And how do we define that? So in what way we consider people are mad? In what way we consider ourselves our reasoning? Of course, he's also talking about the social contingency. Depending on the social background, and each society has its own rules and, let's say, standard of truth to tell you what is right and what is wrong, because there is no absolute truth here to say, in this way you're absolutely mad, that way you're not quite mad. And each time when we're trying to gauge who is mad and who is not, even we can't convince ourselves. So instead, we come up with a bunch of terms and mechanics, and we use those to gauge who is mad and who is not. Really, we have no way to do that now, because we don't really know what is the best way to gauge the situation. We're stuck in the same situation as before. We're not really making any progress, let's say, because we have a pure reason, or our reasoning is more pure or clearer than people before us. Therefore, our reason becomes the only gauge to investigate ourselves and our fellow human beings, what is going on with us. But we can't really give us that assurance, because basically it's conditional. Everything has to come with a contingency. We're problematic here. So we can't really have a pure discourse, because every time when you make a statement, your statement comes with your own contingency, and your contingency may only serve your own benefits, it's not going to serve somebody else. And it comes back and who has the say, and that's what it's called power. So power, it's not really something that so carried out, or it's a pure, easy to recognize form. This violence is something very abstract here. And this violence become also with contingency. That's the problem. And then we just get into one after another with all these different problems because we can't make simple terms to say, okay, A is A, B is B, and we can't do that anymore. And then what happens? We have this ultimate drive behind everything, which is power. And that power become abstract, but it's there. That's where our problem is today.